welcome back to another build challenge in The Sims 4. Today we're going to be building a house using only the cheapest items in The Sims 4. So when you go to the catalog and you click around, you're going to see all the cheaper items near the top. Sometimes you can get lucky and find some cheaper goodies down below, but I'm going to keep my budget per item around like $50. That includes everything, the outside, the inside, everything is going to be super cheap today. But before we get into it, I want to let you guys know that today's video is graciously sponsored by Star Sable, so we are going to roll that ad before we get started today. This video is sponsored by Star Sable, which you can download now using the link in my description. Star Sable is a fun and unique multiplayer game full of horses, friendship, and adventure. Once you click the link in my description, you are brought to the Star Sable website where you can download the game onto your computer. Once the game is downloaded, you can start playing it right away. Star Sable is free to play up to level 5, so there's tons of time to explore, do quests, and enjoy fun time together with friends. I love that this game is motivated to be a platform where players can come together with an amazing gaming experience and celebrate sisterhood. Discovering the magical island of Jorvik on horseback, each player becomes part of a captivating storyline where they establish a bond with their four-legged friends and get to connect with other Star Sable players from all around the world. You can create characters, try on different outfits, and personalize your horse. There are tons of different pets, outfits, and different horses to try. Here I am playing around with the game, trying to complete a race in Moorland, which is the first area of the game. There are tons of quests around the world which allow you to advance in the game, and you also can spend time in Moorland taking care of the horses by feeding, petting, and washing them. You can visit the beautiful and exciting Mistfall area or explore new horse breeds in Fort Pinta. The game itself is free to play, but you can get 1 week free of Star Rider time through the download link in my description. Once again, this video is sponsored by Star Sable, which you can download now using the link in my description, and thank you so much to Star Sable for sponsoring this video. Okay, so first things first, I need to figure out what I want to do for the style of layout that we're gonna go for, and I was looking around at the outdoor items, and I know that these are kind of cheap. I'm gonna build, like, I guess a little garden. I'm gonna start with my landscaping today. One thing I'm not going to be doing is I'm not gonna be using any debug. So I've done this challenge before, and I think I used debug, but this time we are only going to be using the items that we've got. So I'm going in with this island living fence, an $18 per tile fence. And my landscaping, this is where it's gonna get tricky because my options are gonna be limited to these like overgrown options. So that's kind of dictating my style for me. I don't have to figure it out. And I think we're gonna run into that kind of like throughout this entire build. This challenge is really hard because like I can't be picky. So many items in the game are off limits to me right now. So I guess we can kind of roughly just like scope this out. So if I have a garden there, I can maybe do my house like here. By the way, this is a really small, cute lot in Windenburg. I'm on a 20 by 20 lot, very tiny. And I want my shell to be kind of small because I know that we're gonna clutter it up. It's gonna be nice and cozy. And then let's say my shell is here. We can kind of like lead back to this garden here. Maybe I can bring it out like this way as well. And it actually, the way that this lot is, it leads out to this really nice fishing spot. So I think we can make something really cute out of this. So I'm playing around with my landscaping over here, trying to like set the tone for my build. I've built up this chimney, which looks so odd. Maybe we should start to roof this. So I'm gonna go in with a gabled roof. I'm gonna bring this over and bring it all the way to the front. I'm gonna do another one over on this side, and I'm gonna have to bring in some sort of like creative element to this because if I don't, my roofing is gonna look really basic. And with this being a smaller house, I kind of want to avoid that. The whole goal of this Sims 4 build challenge is going to be to make my house not look cheap. I want this to look cute, kind of like cottagecore, I guess might be what we end up with, but we're gonna be really good budget shoppers with this build. The goal is to make everyone be like, oh my god, that house is so cute, and we spend not a whole lot on it. We can get some roof trim, and all of this stuff is 0 simoleons, so I can go in kind of like freely with this. For my wallpaper, I'm kind of free to do a lot because the cheapest wallpaper that I can find is around $2. I think there's a $1 wallpaper in here somewhere too, like this rusted iron. So I'm thinking since we're going cottagecore, I could maybe go in with some cottage living brick, and then we could do an accent wall with like bowling stuff. I've seen some people use this on exteriors for their homes before, and it actually turns out looking kind of cool. Normally, this would be a wallpaper that I would kind of keep for the inside, but I have seen people do this on the outside, and I've seen it pulled off, so we're gonna try and do that. So like all the bump outs have that dark brown, so we've got a little bit of contrast. Ooh, with that lighting is gonna look so pretty. Now we're gonna need a cheap door and some cheap windows. I think what I want to do, $40 seems to be the kind of general price here. Let's do this dark brown one from Cottage Living, kind of match the house. $25 for these snowy escape ones. We can can put those on the top. And I guess that leaves us with these ones. These are $15 from Eco Lifestyle. There are some cute patterns in here, so maybe we could put those like at the front, kind of around the back, and that does add some cute detail to a kind of basic shell. And then for columns, I was thinking about doing a little bit of like an overhang over here or something, but for columns, I do have these cheap ones from Cottage Living. So I did want to do this challenge again because I knew that Cottage Living came with some cheaper items, and before, when I did this challenge last time, we had to rely heavily on Eco Lifestyles. I'm thinking kind of like an elder home, maybe? Like a retired elder, maybe they're widowed or something, living on their own. Maybe they love the outdoors too. I could make a cute seating area outside. I have this log couch here from Outdoor Retreat, and then back here, I've got these really tiny garden pots. We can use those for some gardening. Our sim can come out here and grow some veggies, some fruits. Also, I have these like, I don't know why these are $1. I think it's because they're dead. They come with vampires. They're not debug or anything. They're just $1. One simoleon. On the side of my house, what I actually did over here is because I'm, again, limited to the plants that I can use, I have to get creative in like making them look different and not too repetitive. So I went in with this half wall. I'm gonna use the same wallpaper that I used, and I'm just gonna make my own little planter. And what this is also gonna do, because what I'm using are like more overgrown kind of styles of plants, it might look a little bit more organized because it's all in a planter. I'm looking for some cheap items that I can put outside, and I came across this here from Outdoor Retreat. I think I'm gonna put this in the corner. It's meant for like scouts. It's a scout badge board, but I'm thinking maybe the person that lives here could be like the head of the scouts. Like maybe this is where they like go fishing and do their stuff. Maybe they have like a grandkid in scouting and they really want to help out with it or something. I could totally see that being like a little side hobby for the sim that lives here. So this is what our cheap house is looking like. What have we spent here? I've spent 14,000 simoleons. Okay, that's not bad. Fully landscaped, all finished, and I feel like there's actually a lot to do out here too. Like you can go and do your farming, your gardening, you can host with the barbecue. It is tiny, but I think it turned out really cute. And along the back, we of course have our scouting area. I think now we can go inside, and I really want to bring that cozy, cluttered vibe inside. So while we're going to be using cheap items, it's going to be hopefully a lot of them. I've already done my layout, so it's just going to be a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom kind of house. We're going to have open concept kitchen and living room. I think I'm going to start maybe over on this side. So let's go and see what we've got for couches. Oh, thank God. We have Dream Home Decorator sectionals. This is great because in here I have more options than just the sectional. Like I've got chairs in here. I could do little ottomans or something. Maybe I'll do that right when you walk in. We can add some curtains here from Eco Lifestyle. Those kind of fit nicely right there. What about for an end table when we walk in? Okay, so 45 simoleons. We've got this base game thing. This reminds me of like IKEA furniture. You know what I mean? Just like basic, cheap, but still kind of nice. So even though this is a really basic table, I'm gonna have to dress it up somehow, make it look kind of fancy. Maybe we could put a mirror above. This one here is 50 simoleons. My like budget, what I'm trying to stay under, is 50. If I can find stuff in here for that price, then I'll go with that. And I'm really trying to look, because you can see here, like sometimes above these items, there's gonna be like the more expensive things because they're grouped together in like a similar kind of thing. But down below, this one's 50, so I'm really trying to search. I feel like I am thrift shopping like in The Sims 4, like really. 20 simoleons for that. Let's see what about like the shoe boxes. We can get those for 30. A little cheap $30 plant in the middle, and then I can try and find some like weird decor down below. Oh my God, how about this? A gnome. Happy gnome-iversary. Oh yeah. Sometimes in The Sims 4, we do get like weird cheap items. Like we'll get like the wall decals and like weird little collectibles. But I'm thinking if it is gonna be an elderly sim that we're building for, then things like that have been collected over the years might make sense. How about rugs? What is our rug situation looking like? This one here is only 15 simoleons from Snowy Escape. I'm gonna put that at the front door. We can have a nice little cozy entry area. And then I think I'm gonna take this barnyard lamp from Cats and Dogs and bring together that little front area. And then my kitchen is gonna be back here, which again, I'm nervous about because I know City Living has this like used kitchen appliance set. So I am stuck with this. We're gonna have to make this stuff look good. All of these like used counters are gonna go in here. See, I think it would be cool to have more stuff like this because like building rundown builds is so much fun in The Sims 4, especially if you're doing like a rags to riches couches or something. Or even in our case, maybe at one point these were nice appliances, but the years went by. And you know, now there's like a little bit of wear and tear on them. It's fine. By the way, the wallpaper that I'm using, this is a really nice swatch that I found. It's from Jungle Adventure. It's $2 per tile. So nice and cheap within our budget. And there are some cute like earthy tones in here. It is a little bit of like a weathered look on the wallpaper, but it reminded me of some of like the custom content packs that are out right now. You see some of those like trendy colors on there. So I'm trying to make it look nice. I'm trying my best. These Journey to Bed 2 herbs can go on there. Maybe the cottage living like wreath can be. See, this is where I'm starting to run out of options. I'm getting desperate. Already, I still have a bedroom to do. What about this? 50 simoleons. Okay, you know. There. Okay, so I added the little salt and pepper thing from base game. We've got some Parenthood bread box up here with some olives. All of this clutter is under 50 simoleons or around 50. I think this trash can was 50. And then I filled up the area with some more clutter. This little bookshelf from Cottage Living was really cheap. This is only like 10 simoleons. So Cottage Living coming in clutch with a lot of the decor pieces for sure. I think we're gonna go and do the bathroom next. Since it's here, let's just get it out of the way. I feel like this could be a really fun like reno project because all of this stuff, since it is really cheap, is probably gonna break on you, but you could do like a handy sim. You could up the handiness skill and then repair all of this stuff with an elder sim, and that could be their life project, just fixing up and improving the house. My shower there is gonna be from Discover University. That's the cheapest one we've got. Even cheaper than like these ones. Really? The epic DIY shower is more pricey? All right. The one problem I am definitely running into is wall decor. Paintings are pretty expensive in The Sims. So when I'm doing a cheap challenge like this or like a budget build in The Sims 4, like I'm stuck with a lot of bad art. So what I'm doing instead is adding like shelving units, wall decor that isn't actually a painting. And I'm gonna fill this up with like cheap bathroom clutter. So I know this is like $8. We can do a tissue box or something. The toothbrush I think is pretty cheap, 35 simoleons. So I mean, it's a basic bathroom. It's not too exciting. Got the essentials and definitely needs some improvement. But let's move over and do the final room, which is going to be the bedroom. So I've used that same wallpaper again. Let's see what we have for beds. So I'm pretty sure the cheapest one that I can find is this one here, the used futon from City Living. There's this version and then there's like the store-bought new one. So this one just has like a little bit of cracks on it, but I feel like it's not that bad. We can maybe use an eco lifestyle table beside this. Oh, this is only 50 simoleons here. This from Cottage Living, that kind of works. We'll do eco lifestyle mirror beside it. And for my dresser, I wonder how much the Dream Home Decorator dressers are. Like the hanging clothes, like the shelving unit. These are only 50. That's not too bad. I'm literally using cracks in the wall as decor. But then we can put some hanging clothes, $100. I mean, $150 for the whole thing is still cheaper than the cheapest dressers. It's actually kind of nice too, because I have this little like bump out in my room. So it kind of acts like a closet in a way. And the more we're furnishing this bedroom, I'm totally getting like older man vibes. Like I'm putting clutter on here, some books and stuff. I think for the walkthrough, I'm gonna make a really sweet like elderly man sim. This bookshelf here is only 50 and these clutter things are pretty cheap too. I also found this rug from City Living, which was kind of hiding under a default swatch. This was the default. It's only 50 simoleons for like all of these options here. So I'm just adding some last minute little clutter details in here and then we can move on to the walkthrough. Oh my God, stop. Look how cute this is. I just moved in this old man into this house and look at him fishing away. He's gonna live the happiest life. And also this house ended up being under 20K. So this is totally a great starter home for you. This could be an adorable house for elder gameplay. Maybe if there's like an older sim you need to move out of the house. My sim is just vibing. There's duckies over there too. Oh my God, so cute. Inside the house, even though we use cheap items, we still get the cozy vibe. And since this did end up being a starter, there's tons of room for improvement in this build, which can be really fun for gameplay. That is all I got for you guys for this build challenge. I hope you like this one in The Sims 4. And also, again, thank you so much to Star Stable for sponsoring this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.